There is nothing wrong with your radio.
Do not attempt to adjust the volume.
We are controlling the broadcast.
For the next hour we will control all that you hear.
You are about to experience the knowledge and insights of the Media Mothership.
Hey, you're listening to Edge Radio. Now, Media Mothership has taken over the station, and we're going to explore everything in and around the world of media and popular culture, including some various bizarre little oddities that I've come across in the media culture news station programs. And we're going to end with a short movie review of one of the classics of horror cinema, Bride of Frankenstein, which enjoyed its 90th film anniversary just recently, originally screening in 1935. And for Halloween, people were privileged enough over the October period to watch theatrical screenings of Bride of Frankenstein in actual cinemas. Even my local one here in Hobart screened it, so went along with the next generation to catch Bride of Frankenstein. So we'll be enjoying some thoughts around that classic horror sequel later in the show. Sit back now and we'll dive into some news next. All right, yeah, the Kalimba's back. News. So let's cover some really interesting little bits and pieces of news that are trending at the moment. ABC News has been following the story of Australian content regulation on streaming services. So the Australian screen industry today, in a story covered by, or yesterday, story covered by ABC News, has welcomed proposed content quotas for streaming services, requiring platforms like Netflix and Prime Video to invest a percentage of their local expenditure or revenue in Australian content. Industry leaders, including actor Rhys Molden and screen producer Australia CEO Matthew Dina, praised the move as a significant step forward, though some advocates for higher quotas, such as 20 or even 25%. Concerns remain about ensuring Australian content is discoverable and not overshadowed by algorithms, while streaming services have expressed reservations about the potential impact on production costs. The legislation aims to support local storytelling and address a decline in investment in Australian film and television. Look, and of course, content quotas have always existed in Australian media creation, certainly way back with analog free-to-air television. There are requirements. So the proposed plan that streaming services would be required to spend at least 10% of local expenditure or 7.5% of local revenue on Australian content has been something long called for by the local screen industries. It'd be interesting to see how it translates. I mean, fantastic in terms of hopefully generating revenue back into the system. It does bring me back. I was talking with some of the postgraduate students in the social science building here at the University of Tasmania, and we were reminded at the boom in reality TV that the content quota addressed previously, where sometimes it's a race to the bottom from some people's point of view, if you want to take a high culture view of media creation, where reality TV, your Big Brothers, your Farmer Needs a Wife, were seen as cheap ways of meeting that content quota requirement. I'd say that content is still really interesting. I mean, deep dives into gender studies questions, I think, for a lot of those reality TV shows in particular. But it'll be interesting to see how the streaming services juggle that and try and min-max it, I'm assuming, in the way that they will probably still profit incredibly from. Next little bit of news. This coming out of Eurogamer, and the headline is, "I hate the Ready Player Oneification of all our favorite media, but can't resist The Simpsons in Fortnite." I was mainly attracted to this article because of its wonderful Ready Player Oneification concept. Indeed, I hope to use that idea of Ready Player Oneification more. Of course, Ready Player One, the book and movie that it spawned later, that adapted it, tell the story of the virtual world gaming environment, which repurposes all these existing franchises. So, I'm sure that those people that have seen the movie or read the book see all of the kind of franchise references to everything from Gundam to Akira to Godzilla, The Shining, ballroom scene was in there. Anyway, that idea of Ready Player Oneification speaks to that kind of a game system that then starts to absorb all these media franchises around it, for good or ill. I mean, I'd say Lego has done something similar. If you think of the fact that they've got Harry Potter, Star Wars, and other franchise kits that you can create and play with. One of the fascinating things, of course, about the Lego movies was that it was one of the only places you could see these weird media franchise mashups where you had, the Dumbledore wizard meeting the Gandalf wizard from Lord of the Rings. So all very exciting. So the article goes on to talk about how he's conflicted, however, about feeling increasing trade-off of in-game crossovers. Talking of experiencing media things, Taylor's on, the co-host. With Mike.
Yep,
on.
I'm on with Mike.
Great. We're just, as the thumbnail suggests, diving into a little bit of a news story about a guy who Fortnite has been receiving a lot of press recently.
Yeah.
The fighting game
shooter.
Where the Simpsons have featured in it, and everyone's loving it. It's getting a lot of praise.
Oh, okay.
In the way they're integrating the Simpsons characters in Fortnite, and the kind of deep dives into that franchise. But the guy's complaining. He's feeling this is a symptom of the Ready Player Oneification of our favorite media. Which it also reminds me of that South Park member berries, right? That idea of nostalgia. And the appeal of nostalgia that then gets tied up in a relaunched new thing. So The Force Awakens, of course, new Star Wars trilogy that came out.
Yeah, the better one, yeah.
Well, it was just a recycle, right? The idea of the Ready Oneification was, you have these wonderful nostalgic memories of the original Star Wars. Why don't we watch that plot again, but with different actors, right? Sure. So, the first J.J. Abrams reboot achieved that. So the Ready Player Oneification, and what I'm wanting to do is put Ready Player Oneification into more sentences that I say, like media motherships, Ready Player Oneifications. Edge Radio's got its fundraiser. Should we Ready Player Oneification it?
Yeah.
So anyway, the article goes on to say that there's an increasing trend of in-game crossovers, and he particularly criticizes in this Eurogamer article the commercialization of media through games like Call of Duty, because I know there's been various celebrities which have had their likeness, put in Call of Duty, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Yeah. I've not caught up on the controversy of
Hey, there's no point getting into Brave Exvius because I used to be an avid Brave Exvius player.
Is there a crossover?
Basically, it was on your phone sort of thing, and it was sort of like a general Final Fantasy feel to it, except that you pressed by attacking. you pressed a button and it attacked, and you had like 6 characters, and so you had to press them in certain orders with different abilities in order to get a larger chain, more damage, that sort of thing. It's shut down globally now, so don't bother trying to download it.
So how much did you... Was it free to play with microtransactions?
Free to play with microtransactions.
Did you...
No, because if you just play through the storyline, you get crystals that you could use to then, gacha up the characters.
Yep.
And I remember seeing, what was her name in it? The one that was in Sam and Cat.
Is that still Final Fantasy?
No.
I'm
talking about the crossover.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know the Bible. Jesus, I've seen it. It's a good crossover.
No, the famous pop singer.
Okay.
Who was in Wicked.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know I do not know that.
Whatever her name is, she was a character in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Playing herself as herself? Or
I think she was called something like...
Adjacent.
Super pop star, her name, and that was a crossover.
So that would be treated as player one-ification, which I think is giving too much credit to Ready Player.
I know. It's not actually... Yeah.
I'm going to dump it because it's basically promoting that. Article goes on to say they admit to being vulnerable to the Simpsons crossover in Fortnite, despite disliking the game itself and its association with late-stage capitalism. Which is, what is late-stage capitalism? It's where, I guess, the means of production and profiting have moved away from tangible objects, and instead it's all virtual. It's all digital, I'm going to say. It's basically blurred what's real and fictional.
Yeah, cryptocurrency.
Yeah, so it's not a tangible exchange of... Anyway, that's my guess at this point. Late-stage capitalism. Fortnite's map, detailed recreation of Springfield is praised for its clever nods to the show.
Or clever nods.
Through the author, though the author is critical of the use of, non-union re-recorded music and the overall commercial intent behind such tie-ins. So it's interesting, isn't it? When you're a fan of The Simpsons, they've done an excellent job integrating The Simpsons, characters, deep dive references into it. Everyone's talking about how exciting it is. But you hate Fortnite, but that's where your franchise is at the moment. I know with World of Warships, right? There's those kind of... And I think they're based in Russia. Anyway, there were concerns around playing those games, right? World of Warships, World of Tanks. But they do these great crossovers sometimes with Star Trek, Popeye, Azalane, the anime series.
Oh, yeah.
And it's oh, wow, I want to get into the, ship girls.
It's that one, isn't it? Yeah.
But I have to play. I mean, and I got, I committed to World of Warships and got really good at it. But it was that sense of, it's that perversion, I would say, right? It's what the philosopher Zizek would say is very perverted, where something is wrong at one level. That basically this is a free game, but it's all microtransactions, it's all exploitative gamification, but you do it anyway because you're going to get these little dopamine hits of enjoying seeing and interacting with the characters, and the way that they've sunk so much money into doing a great job of animating it still gives you a thrill, right? Yeah. So it's that kind of ideological doublethink or cognitive dissonance where you're holding two opposing ideas in your head at the same time, which I think underpins this phenomena today, where a lot of your favorite... I mean, it's kind of like cancelling Rowling's and Harry Potter, where it's I dislike their stance on these progressive issues, but I love Harry Potter. So how do I proceed forward in a way that doesn't make me feel compromised or selling out or not being true to myself? So it's these moments, I think, in popular culture where we're kind of in this impasse. And often I fear I give way to my baser pleasures, that I just want my pop culture. I will just say they're a horrible person, but damn it, they make great pop culture. SMS in now if you have your own confessions. 0488 11707. You will be anonymized. Unless you put your name in your text. Of course, we're streaming on YouTube and Twitch, so feel free to drop us a message on the chat as well. Have you ever engaged in crossover material because you like the crossover aspect to it, but then you're kind of disappointed, right? Freddy vs. Jason horror movie.
I wanted to talk about
K-pop.
No.
Crossover.
Fortnite.
Okay.
In general.
Yep.
Because
grinding 90s.
Because I want to see what it's like for someone who doesn't like The Simpsons, whether it gets them engaged with that world or not.
Totally.
So, for example, I don't know it. I don't know it. I've never watched an episode
of The Simpsons.
No.
Wow. It's ground zero for so much.
Isn't there someone called Bender and Kramer?
No, that's
like
Futurama.
That?
That's fascinating.
Yeah. Okay.
You're off on a tangent.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back. So what would it be like if you're not into The Simpsons, but you're playing Fortnite? Is that your entry point into The Simpsons?
Yeah.
And yeah, look, I know my kids who have played Roblox and Fortnite. There's been random moments where they'll start talking about Metallica or Knight Rider from the 80s. And it's because it's come up as a downloadable skin for the game. And I get so excited. I talk about how, well, you've got to listen to these albums from Metallica. These are the songs. And I think we got part of the way with Metallica. Knight Rider was great. Then they wanted me to get in the game so they could gift me those things. I think I don't. But that would be that compromise thing. It's like, do I want the Knight Rider t-shirt that much that I'm going to learn how to play Fortnite? No. But yeah, I mean, you always see it with movie crossovers or TV kind of cameos where they'll bring the cameo appearance from someone from a kind of related franchise to try and re-stimulate it. Yeah. I mean, the Lego movies, I was talking about how the Lego movies do that effectively, right? They've combined in the Lego movies Batman. You've got Morgan Freeman voicing the Gandalf wizard, I think.
Yeah.
You got Dumbledore. You Lego, because of its ability to have owned various IPs, can create these incredibly bizarre alter world crossover experiences. If you were a fan of Lord of the Rings, would you kind of be like, well, the only way I can get my Lord of the Rings fix now is the Lego movie version of their appearance in Lego? No. But Fortnite, I mean, this is what people are saying about Fortnite. It's interesting that Simpsons is, and look, I've seen it on a lot of media channels, the Simpson Fortnite thing. So it certainly triggered a lot of buzz around The Simpsons. It's still going, of course, The Simpsons. You can watch new episodes. But this Fortnite thing is the one that's really caused people to say, oh, wow. Yeah, this is really good.
So the Fortnite map is the map of The Simpsons?
Yes.
Okay.
And the couch is there. I've not played it. So SMS in now, 0488 11707, if you're on The Simpsons couch in Fortnite. Grinding 90s. Goating. Being a sweat. As my daughter would say. I talk the talk.
It's quite funny because every time I play laser tag, there's always I'm quite good at it, and there's always these sort of 13, 14, 15-year-old boys who are there, and they're like, there's the sweat, get him!
Yeah, right. What do they call the slip?
Sweat.
Oh, the sweat.
Yeah.
Right, the try-hard.
Yeah.
That's what they call you.
I'm not try-hard, I'm just good at the game.
Laser tag, yeah. Look, and... I mean, there should be some crossover gamification of laser tag where there's like a...
Isn't that just war?
Alien? No, I'm thinking movies that have, you have the alien... Someone dresses up as an alien xenomorph.
Actually, I will tell you, I did buy something, and I did buy DLC for a game because it had Lord of the Rings stuff in it.
Oh, okay, yes.
This was 2 days ago.
Fresh.
The game was Maestro.
Okay, I'm not familiar with Maestro.
Maestro is a VR game that you play on Quest, and you are the conductor of an orchestra,
Right.
And the particular song that I wanted to conduct was the battle of the underground cavern of Khazad-dûm.
Good choice.
So yeah,
If people are
I
listening.
spent $15 on that.
Yeah, well, it's reminding me. I mean, Rock Band and all those peripheral guitar games.
Yeah.
That had me buying. Like the Beatles one, I totally rocked out to. Got the drum kit kind of set up and 2 guitars. Love it. And that totally got me into back catalogues of various musicians.
Yeah.
And that's a kind of crossover. And I know there were some artists that didn't do Rock Band and Guitar Hero for similar reasons. Top comments is one thing that puzzles me. Why does none of the Duff beer branded stuff actually say Duff? They use some weird replacement like Slurp on the blimp. On the lamp above the pool tables at Moe's. Does someone else have the IP to Duff?
I don't think they do. I reckon they just want to make it more, what's it called? Fortnite themed. Because in Fortnite, their drink brand is called Slurp, isn't it? So.
Someone else has said, my guess would be it's because, it's aimed at kids and they're not going to be selling beer. But Simpsons is aimed at kids, right? I mean, it's a family show.
It's not aimed at
families.
Not really.
Who do you think?
Well, it was always built for adults. That's what it was made for.
No, I think Bart was deliberately created as
that. Matt Groening said for the first
adults. Yeah, I mean it's not kids. I mean it's family. I'd say it's family entertainment, and that was a political problem.
No.
I think
it was adults entertainment, and they could see the way that their kids were acting through that, and that would have been funny.
Yeah, I mean it's certainly not exclusive to kids.
It's not kid related at all. Okay.
Article 2.
Oh, we've got this back. Lovely. Kalimba.
Next article, Eurogamer. Open world spy games don't work. That's why Rockstar abandoned PlayStation exclusive spy game Agent.
Open world spy game.
Open world spy games. There are successful spy games. Well, spy adjacent games. GoldenEye from Nintendo 64 is considered the high watermark of first person shooters. And it's a James Bond. It's not a spy game, though, is it? I mean, it involves James Bond as who is a spy, but he's not performing spyness. He's performing first-person shooterness.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was an interview with Rockstar Games, and they said they back in the day abandoned a PlayStation exclusive spy game called Agent. And they say it never materialized because they felt there was inherent difficulty in creating a successful open world spy game.
How about instead of doing this, work on what's it called? GTA 6.
Yeah.
Instead of trying all these things out. That's what they should have been doing.
I don't know. I think this was early in Rockstar.
Well, they could have been working on GTA 5.
You are such a toxic fan. Anyway, according to co-founder Dan Hauser, the challenge lies in the nature of spy stories, which are fast-paced and mission-driven, conflicting with the open-world gameplay that thrives on free exploration and lack of structure. Roxarinen's in the chat. Hey, Roxarinen.
Yeah, the problem with that is that you can't really make these ephemeral sort of activities that you can do with the other things. Like you'd be able to, if you were playing on a thief mission, you could see a window was open and go in there and do stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean you'd constantly be frustrated you can't do other things.
Yeah,
it would work as a mini mission, right? A kind of stealth action type of Metal Gear Solid vibe spy thing. But I would agree. I mean, people find open world games frustrating enough in terms of not letting them do everything they want to do, let alone trying to put a little bit more on a railroad to say, no, you have to do it. Because I imagine a lot of it would be stealth missions where, like Metal Gear Solid, you're wanting to not set off alerts.
Yeah. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't lend itself to open world, does it? Because it's too focused.
I mean, they tried. They say, despite multiple iterations and concepts, including settings in the 1970s and modern-day scenarios, Rockstar concluded that the genre doesn't translate well into an open-world format.
The only way that would work is if that you were like an alien, or you were the enemy in and everyone in the city was like an agent, and you had to spy on everything that everyone in the city was doing. That's the only way that it could really work.
I mean, because if like Red Dead Redemption or Grand Theft Auto, would that still? Because I mean, I guess the thing with Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto, you can redefine your character. Right, you can do these weird side quests where you're just an airplane pilot or something, or flying, or
you can tie someone up and then throw them off a cliff. That's what I've done in Red Dead.
So this was their attempt to do this agent game. So the game was initially developed as a demo for Grand Theft Auto 4. It had plans for a more linear experience, but was ultimately abandoned in 2018.
Yeah.
All right. So that. Yeah, so that's not too long ago.
Yep. So they created COVID, didn't they?
Next story, continuing on from that Grand Theft Auto discussion, headline from the Eurogame article here is, why did Grand Theft Auto never return to London as a setting? Do you have any guesses as why they never went back to London as a setting for Grand Theft Auto?
Where was one that was? What was the last one that was?
So it says, in 1997, an expansion pack was released for the original Grand Theft Auto. So this is one. Grand Theft Auto 1 in 1997. So it was an expansion that remade its world to look like London in the swinging 60s, specifically 1969. So they did an expansion then for it, to Grand Theft Auto 1, but they've never returned to it. And it's because of guns. Gun laws.
Yeah.
Right? So that they're saying that it never returned. Rockstar co-founder Dan Houser explained that the Series A is too closely tied to Americana these days.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
And that does mean that idea of Americana means it includes the availability of a lot of guns and larger-than-life characters, neither of which I guess they think can happen. Certainly the gun part, much like in Australia, if you said it here, you're not going to have that narratively easy way of superfluous guns everywhere.
But hey, we got knife crime. We can put that in there.
We have Kauteros Buckethead.
Wow.
Welcome with the megaphone. So it mentions, so in 1997, there was a London-themed expansion pack for the original GTA. Houser also reflects in the article on the creative pressures faced during major projects like GTA 4 and Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption 2, which led to his departure in 2020. But it's an interesting question, isn't it? Why the formula they've set up in GTA really has, in a way, for their expected audience, locked it into Americana. That this is a kind of parody of the American dream, right?
What Rockstar really need to do is stop the hackers in the game.
The cheats?
Yeah.
How does someone cheat? I mean, I know there's the online game component.
That's what I'm talking about. So, like, if you do anything in like the stuff that's offline, that doesn't matter. That's just modding. But if that then goes into the online space, then that's ruining everybody else's experience. Then there was someone who was floating there, and they shot a gun which shot trains.
Because I guess what's your point system in those multiplayer PvP Grand Theft Auto?
Really, it's money.
So you're just accumulating money.
You're accumulating money,
so you can buy better.
So you can buy boats and
How far did you go? Were you soloing it or did you?
No, I was soloing it, and I went pretty far in like when it first came out, but then the cheats started happening, and then I was just like, well, then it's just a waste.
Yeah.
Waste of my time.
Next article from Cracked website. South Park fans are convinced that Trey Parker and Matt Stone are in the subreddit. This is based on the most recent episode, The Woman in the Hat, which some fans took as being direct shots at the largest South Park fan community. That is the Reddit one. I did get
Again, I
to
know
watch.
nothing about
Okay,
South
so the
Park.
new series of South Park, worth watching. I'm really enjoying it. You know, the kind of savage political, lampooning of the Trump administration, particularly Trump. Woman in the Cat was the Halloween episode.
In the cat.
Woman in the Hat. Woman in the Hat. Anyway, there's these lines in it because the main characters, Stan and Kyle and Kenny, kind of frustrated at the direction South Park Town is headed in, and they want to change it. So they're trying to set up this campaign, this fundraiser, which they call South Park Sucks. And of course, it's a very meta idea because on the forum community, many people are complaining that South Park sucks because it's gone away from its original kind of episode vibes and the politics of it. But they do it as in a very meta way. And anyway, people in the community are then saying, "Oh my God, they're getting the vibe from the South Park community Reddit posts where we're saying these words. They must be in the subreddit somewhere." So it's this kind of weird kind of like if you're in a subreddit posting about your favorite popular culture, and then you see this kind of adjacent reference to the language that's being used in the subreddit.
And the thing is,
very exciting.
Reddit's become the new Google, really. If you've got any issues, you look it up you go to Google and
Wow.
you say, Reddit, at the end anyway.
I mean, look, maybe, but I think the harvesting of subreddit data for ChatGPT searches, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Reddit is as vulnerable as all other content creation environments to just being superseded by people just typing in ChatGPT, how to do this, and it will source it from Reddit.
Yeah.
I mean, I still doom scroll Reddit, right, with Instagram occasionally. Like, I've subscribed to way too many subreddit communities.
What's your
The
favorite?
Hobart one is interesting.
Oh, really? Okay.
The Hobart one's really interesting. That's the one where I picked up the fact that Guillermo del Toro, there was a thing someone posted, what fiction is set in Hobart?
Yeah.
And someone posted Del Toro's unproduced Mouths of Madness or Mountain of Madness Lovecraft script for Cthulhu that has the first act all set in Hobart in the 1940s or 30s. Yeah. And that led me down the rabbit hole of that script and made me much more excited to live in Hobart.
Yeah.
Thinking, yes, we could be the portal to the Cthulhu mythos. That's spot on, Del Toro. You nailed it. So there's moments of, I mean, I only dip into it for specific communities I'm looking to get tips from.
Yep, piracy.
Not piracy. I mean,
Bomb making.
empowerment. Less so just going to what's trending, what's popular, which I think is where the lynch mob kind of... I mean, Reddit has a notorious association with being involved with some of the worst kind of misdirected lynch mob moments in social media, right? The kind of Boston bombing case, I think, where Reddit mobilized around people they thought the bomber was based on misidentifying the backpack that was circulating around police reports. Anyway, it's fascinating to look into. So there you go, South Park fans, thinking that the creators are on there. I mean, I go to the Media Mothership Discord all the time.
Yeah, so do I. I don't post anything.
Feel free to create a Reddit community, Rockstar.
About Media Mothership.
Okay, weird article next
Okay.
from Kotaku. This is my slightly off-color discussion.
Yep. Oh, God, okay.
I don't need to do a language warning. It's just an odd one.
Yeah, language warning.
The following content might trouble some people, so feel free to not listen in.
Might trouble some people who have this.
Kotaku reports on controversy about mocking small penises. The crab hand conspiracy has become quite popular online in South Korea.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. K-pop. I hadn't come across crab hand.
Yeah.
I hadn't come across crab hand. All right, so basically the article is talking about how a South Korean game studio behind a popular online game called Goddess of Victory, Nike, Nikke.
Yeah.
They had to address the controversies surrounding an artwork that some claimed mocked men with small penises through a crab hand gesture. Yeah. So basically, if you look at the image, and again, it's posted up there on the thing. So yeah, there you go. So they've got the before shots in these yellow boxes and the actual images, them correcting it. So the before shots have hands which are claimed to be crab hands, where they're kind of making a pinching gesture, I guess, with the thumb and
forefinger.
Yeah. It's not. Is it index? It's index finger.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Or the forefinger.
The idea is that that's referencing small penis, and it's meant to be a a derogatory, harassing image that fans picked up on. I didn't see it based on these, but it nevertheless led to a what's referred to here in the Kotaku article, a odd conspiracy online involving the pinched hand, where South Korean fans said, "Yeah, this is just not on. It has to be removed. Apology needs to be given." Yeah. So they did that. They've now changed the.
So what is the original? Sorry, I'll just have a look.
So it's a bit small, isn't it? In that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's there you go.
Yeah.
We won't be on the show anymore.
Yeah.
So you can see it there. I've just increased it for our YouTube listeners, watchers.
Well, the thing that I know about this particular
Gesture.
game.
Oh, the game. Yeah, okay. Tell me.
It is a highly what's it? It's a gacha game.
Gacha.
Yeah.
Isn't gacha the little pods?
Yeah.
That you get.
Yeah.
Okay, which is real.
Yeah. No, but these gacha games are ones where you input a currency. It could be real currency or in-game currency. You get a random character out. It's a mystery box. A mystery box is gacha.
Yeah,
That's why I know
gacha,
about this, is
mystery
because
box.
I love gacha games and I've got all of them.
Oh, great.
But this particular one is very, very. I don't know how to describe it.
Pleasant.
No, it's very overtly
Capitalist.
no,
Late capitalist.
no, revealing,
Oh, right. So it's got a lot of
sexualized content.
Sexualized content. Wow.
Yeah. So that would that
right.
gesture.
So the
would
idea of
definitely
sexualized
be,
content. So you're
Yeah.
already kind of in a space which is all about objectifying bodies. It's interesting, isn't it? Because yes, the female form here, you could say it's rather hypocritical. The female form is hyper objectified and hyper sexualized, and that some people might criticize it as being an overreaction or a conspiracy, as Kotaku article suggests. That somehow they're being mocked by these overly sexualized women as having as the I guess predominantly male audience has small penises. Wow. I mean, wouldn't that be great if that was the case? If they were just trolling their own community. They was so upset by the flagrant sexism that they said, well, you guys will have small penises then. It's a bold move.
bold.
For advertisers. Wow. So this is a gacha game.
Yeah,
Gacha
yeah.
game. I'd love to interview you about gacha games.
Sure. My favorite was Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, but that's gone now.
Because it is, I mean, it is huge in Japan. The physical gacha machines and the mystery box. That's what they're called, right? The Labubu.
Mystery box, blind box, all
It's-
called different things.
That's got to be like capitalism, I reckon, right? That kind of like you're just chasing the desire of feeling consumerist, right? It's like, yeah. Anyway,
I love mystery boxes because they're gambling. That's the whole thing. You either get the common, you get the rare, you get the super rare, you get the legendary. That's what I like about it. And instead, all of the games in today's world has gone on to these stupid what's it called? Like passes, monthly passes, things like that. Battle passes and things like that.
That's returning us to Fortnite.
And so now there's battle passes in every single game. I can't keep up with any of them, and so I don't get any of the content.
We should do a Media Mothership Battle Pass. Media Mothership Battle Pass
What's
gives
the
you
final
access.
tier?
Come on the show. Come on the show. Do our content. Anyway, we'll workshop that. SMS in or post us on the chat if you have Battle Pass ideas for Media Mothership. But yeah, no, I want to deep dive into that. I want to take a cultural studies approach to you.
Cool.
Last story, I think, because I don't know, might not have time for the movie review. No one is taking the books away. No one is taking the video games away. The Witcher showrunner responds to backlash to Netflix show. Bum, bum, bum. So this has been huge the last few days. There is so much criticism. I've not seen the new Witcher, right?
So
huge
are we
fan
talking about
of
the
Henry
TV show?
Cavill. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Henry Cavill, I guess, became synonymous with The Witcher's success.
Yep.
And now he's stepped away from The Witcher. The Witcher, of course, popular fantasy series. What is it? Serbian author, Eastern European author, Polish. I think.
Polish,
Sorry.
yeah.
Apologies to Witcher fans. Successful book, successful game series, now successful Netflix series. Cavill walks away. They've recast this main role with Liam Hemsworth.
Oh Christ! That's a downgrade. I'm sorry.
Well, so yeah, everyone's saying Rotten Tomatoes score of like 5 or something.
Yeah.
So obviously been copping a lot of flack, and so this article on IGN's talking about how the Netflix series, they're trying to defend it. They're trying to damage control it by saying it's The Witcher is still a very exciting space for books and video games. That's still there for you to enjoy. This is just our thing for the TV show. You don't need what you feel is lacking from the TV show that's in the video game and book to be there.
That's just silly because that's just the whole Star Wars argument again.
It is toxic, I think.
So you've got the Star Wars series, and then you've got the new ones. Most people hate them, and then you've got the one which is Solo, which everybody hated.
Yeah, look, and I'm really not precious about seeing people take game or franchise or IP property in a completely left field direction. It can be sometimes really exciting.
I'm precious about it. Lord of the Rings and Rings of Power, worst thing I've ever seen.
I think there'd be some redeeming content in there, though.
No. Because it's the way they shot it. And it's because it was done by Amazon Studios, and the way that they shot it was just... I can't deal with it.
And I'm not denying that's the case, but I think Evangelion is a good counterpoint, right? That you've got the Evangelion TV series, and then the movies that then had different variations, right? They approached them from different character points of view. Different characters had different motivations. So I found that to be a really healthy change. I didn't mind The Last Jedi, Rian Johnson's second in the new Star Wars trilogy, where basically, and again, I read this online thing saying, you've got to understand this as not being Joseph Campbell's The Hero Quest story, where you have, at the end of the hero's journey, gets the boon of knowledge and returns home with the boon of knowledge, and it's a happy ending for all. It's more of a Jungian hero's quest, where it's not about things ending in a happy third act. It's a dark tea time of the soul. It's everything comes to an end. So I'm looking into Jungian hero narrative.
Okay.
Rather than Campbellian hero narratives. We'll try it in Media Mothership. So anyway, the showrunner Lauren Schmidt-Histrich defends the show's creative choices, emphasizing that it is a separate version of the story and not meant to replace the books or games. She explains that the adaptations require changes to maintain a coherent narrative within the constraints of a television format, which, spot on. Right, you've got to change it to the new format, and that does mean it's going to be a different thing than the video game or book. I know with the Dune movies, I love them, but some people really hate the different version of the mother figure, Timothy Chalamet's mum. I'm just screwing that. The Bezeret Jane. Oh, anyway, but who she is in that is very different from how she's portrayed in the book.
Yeah.
There's a whole set where the adaptation fixes actual problems.
I hate the movies because it's just too much sand.
Boom. Is that your joke?
No, like it's just too
You're
much.
not a sand person?
No.
You wouldn't have. You're very much in Anakin Skywalker's.
No, I
kind
was
of,
born in
hate sand.
Tasmania. I need to be surrounded by water.
Yeah. Well, there's a beach between land and sea often,
True.
which is sandy. Yeah. Anyway, Schmidt-Hirsch also confirmed that The Witcher Season 5 will be the final season, after which she's planning to step back from the project. So at the moment, it's Season 4. So she's saying, well, screw you guys, we're still doing the next season anyway. But then she'll step down. So, actually, last story. This one's really interesting. From Automaton website. Headline is obsolete part of anime history brought to light through unusual detail on Neon Genesis Evangelion's painstakingly handcrafted cells. A subtitle is A Deep Dive into Anime History and the Unusual Connections Between the End of Evangelion and Crayon Shin-chan. Crayon Shin-chan. You familiar with Crayon Shin-chan?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's a really interesting case of pretty much one of the biggest anime properties in Japan, which
is Neon Genesis. Is that what
no, which is Crayon Shin-chan.
Oh, right.
Right, Crayon Shin-chan. Much like The Simpsons was a kind of, well, actually it's more kid-oriented, a television anime show that you'd watch on TV, still going now, movies every year or two. He's a misbehaving kind of preschooler or kindy, and never trained.
So like Dennis the Menace.
Well, yeah, Dennis the Menace. Big throughout Asia and Japan, but never successfully exported, certainly to English-speaking countries. Right, so much like Sazai-san, like there's a whole series of where you think, I get anime, and I know all the big anime, like Neon Genesis, Evangelion, One Piece, and so forth, and you hit Japan, and it's like, what is this Crayon Shin-chan character? So Shin-chan, so background is really successful, slice of life anime, right? Funny boy, kind of Dennis the Menace character. There's a weird crossover, with Evangelion. So the article goes on to talk about how they made this unusual discovery as they were producing a history kind of doco on Neon Genesis Evangelion. So specifically in the End of Evangelion film, so during the 30th anniversary re-release of that film, a cell frame, so cells what hand-drawn animation is painted on, right? So it's basically a transparency, clear plastic sheet that they paint or texture the image on. Anyway, so a cell was revealed that unexpectedly contained a drawing from the long-running anime Crayon Shin-chan. So they're going through these cells at Neon Genesis shells. Of course, you'd imagine the movie would be full of Neon Genesis cells. Then for some reason, there's a single cell shot, so X point seconds.
Yeah.
That's a different anime entirely. Crayon Shin-chan. Yeah. So anyway, it led to all this speculation. What the hell is this cell doing in the Evangelion movie?
Yeah.
So there was speculation about how such... So the thing is, this a collaboration, a weird kind of in-joke between the two studios. So there was speculation around how this could have ever happened between two completely unrelated shows.
Or subliminal advertising.
Yeah, subliminal, like Tyler Durden in Fight Club. He'd put porn in movies as he was in his job at a theater. The character would slice little porn snippets into children's movies or something, or family. Anyway, Fight Club, watch it. It's a good movie.
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay. Anyway, so it led to speculation how they got in there. The explanation lies, it turns out, in the cost-cutting practices of old-school animation studios. So this is pre-digital, which repurposed discarded cells from other projects, like Crayon Shin-chan, as what's referred to as peg bars. These are just images that have already been produced that are known to be lined up and correct, that help align the animation for the following scenes.
Right,
so it's just, helping to align, making sure kind of bodies are basically up and where they should be placed.
So it's like using a tracing route, essentially, sort of thing. Yeah. And they left it in.
So the connection was made possible by going to the Crayon Shinchan animators and the Evangelion animators, and they said, "Oh yeah, this was just a discarded cell that we used as a peg bar to help align animation frames," which all studios do. So yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Resourcefulness of animators in the pre-digital era. Well, that's the show. Or at least the first half of it.
Whoa!
Boom, boom, surprise, twist ending. The review of Bride of Frankenstein will be next week, so you'll actually be able to watch it.
The review of what?
Bride of Frankenstein, 1935.
Bride of Frankenstein. Of when? What year?
1935.
No.
It's the 90th anniversary. It's considered the best sequel to a horror movie ever made. It holds up really well.
Oh, I doubt it.
I took the whole family to see it. They enjoyed it.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'll hold that over for next week. Keep listening to Edge Radio. Coming up next, for those that are keen to hear us explore music, we're going to go disco. I found some great disco funk, right? And they're all going to be bad disco versions of movie themes.
Okay. And I will try and find some things that fit in with that.
Good luck. So you can hear us on the web, www.edgeradio.org.au, or FM system 99.3 FM if you're in the Hobart area, to listen to those tunes. If not, Media Mothership will be back next week. We'll do Frankenstein. Podcast will be up for this show tomorrow. You can find out more about Media Mothership on our Facebook or our website, mediamothership.au. It's the best domain ever. Go Aussie. Mediamothership.au, as well as Instagram. And all the previous episodes are on podcasts.
Yep.
So listen in there. In the meantime, we will just play a random song from...
A Walk in the Black Forest.
Oh, we should do that. From the machine.